What is up, my fasting family? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Justin. This is Fasting Philosophy, and in today's video, it's going to be titled "Pain is Created When We Resist What Is." So, first of all, I got a little haircut today. I think it's looking pretty good. Faded me up right, looking good. Also, I got some new glasses. I didn't want to wear them in the beginning because I don't want to look douchey, but these are prescriptions. Oh, ladies, watch out. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video topic. So, like I said, the title of this video is Pain is Created When We Resist What Is. And I got this from The Power of Now. So, basically, I'm going to read some stuff from this. For those of you who are struggling with a longer fast, for those of you who are just coming into a lot of resistance, this is what I was doing. Basically, 24-hour fast, not 24-hour, like 36-hour fast became like much easier to me because I think I made a mental adjustment. Now, getting to that 48 and to like the 60-hour fast, I was meeting a lot of resistance. In my mind, I was coming up with a lot of different excuses and just, like I said, meeting a lot of resistance. So what I found in this book, Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now, is going to really kind of target that. So basically, let's go ahead and get into it. So it says, the greater part of human pain is unnecessary. It is self-created as long as the unobserved mind runs your life. Now, I will say this before I get too deep into this. If you aren't mentally ready to hear some of this, then it probably won't make sense to you the first time that I read it to you. You might want to come back and watch the video again, because if you aren't ready to hear it, like I tried to get my mom to read this book and like she said it didn't really make sense to her, but like it spoke so deeply to me. I literally highlighted this entire book. I highly recommend, if you are into self-development, if you are into understanding how your mind works and just like the processes that we go through mentally, read this book. So anyway, with that being said, let me get into it. The pain that you create now is always some form of non-acceptance, some form of unconscious resistance to what is. The pain you're experiencing, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You feel that resistance. When you start getting deeper into like that second day, I feel a lot of resistance and I feel like I'm struggling, like I'm treading water, and I get all these thoughts in my head. On the level of thought, the resistance is some form of judgment. I'm judging where I'm at. I'm judging, what if I can't make it, far enough? I'm judging my circumstances. On the emotional level, it is some form of negativity. You're becoming negative, you know what I mean? Like, my last fast didn't work out. I had to break my last fast. It's going to be easier to eat. I'm stressed out at work. I had a long day, yada. Anyway, the intensity of the pain depends on the degree of resistance to the present moment. The more we resist this present moment and what is, the more pain we will come into contact with. And this applies to more things than just fasting. That's why I named this channel Fasting Philosophy, because I want to discuss mental constructs. I want to discuss a lot of different things, a lot of self-development things, a lot of understanding why we do things. So this is part of that philosophy. So the intensity of the pain depends on the degree of resistance to the present moment. And this in turn depends on how strongly you are identified with your mind. Now, this book is all about separating yourself from your thoughts and becoming, grounded and centered in who you are rather than in your mental framework. And if you read it, you can get a better idea. But the mind always seeks to deny the now and to escape from it. In other words, the more you are identified with your mind, the more you suffer. So the mind always seeks to deny the now. When you're getting into the deeper fast, you're gonna come into that resistance. So you are identified with your mind, and thus you are suffering because you are coming up with excuses, you're coming into resistance. Instead, the next time you come into that kind of resistance, take deep breaths. If you notice, whenever you become anxious and like a lot of shit is going wrong in your life, your breathing will become erratic. I'm kind of sweating, it's hot as shit in here. But your breathing will become erratic. Always be mindful of your breathing. In times of stress, in times of, when a lot of things are going wrong, take deep breaths into your diaphragm, okay? Expand your stomach. And by focusing on your breathing, you will bring yourself into the present moment. You won't be in your head, and thus you will eliminate that mental resistance. So when things start to get difficult and your mind starts racing, coming up with different ideas and things, I know this because it happens to me all the damn time. Come into your body, breathe really deeply into your stomach. So let me keep going. Or you may put it like this: the more you are able to honor and accept the now, the more you are free of pain, of suffering, and free from the egoic mind. Also, what you can do is when the fast gets a little difficult, and it will, it's a mental battle. That's why this book is kind of telling you to get into your body instead of as much in the mind. But when you do feel that pain, because oftentimes, like the first long extended fast that I did, it came in waves. Like I felt waves of like different like emotions and everything else. This book talks about letting everything run through you. So when you feel that, be present with the feeling and center yourself in the present moment. Take deep breaths, become in the present moment, because our minds, observe your mind. Your mind will always either be in the future or in the past. People project their happiness into the future, but anyway, let me continue on with this. So, time and mind are in fact inseparable. The mind, to ensure that it remains in control, seeks to continuously to cover up the present moment with past and future, and so, as the vitality and infinite creative potential of being, which is inseparable from the now, becomes covered up by time, your true nature becomes obscured by the mind. Now, like I said, it is a little deep, and you might have to read it to really kind of get into it, but all it's saying is that we are often in our heads, we are often projecting either into the future or we are living in the past, and all it is saying is when we are in the future or in the past, we are in our mind, and when we are in our mind, we allow ourselves to suffer. So you want to take deep breaths. You want to be grounded. You want to be in your body. Take deep breaths, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Whenever you see your mind racing, take those deep breaths, and you'll become center. All individuals are suffering under this burden, but they also keep adding to it every moment whenever they ignore or deny that precious moment or reduce it to a means of getting to some future moment. Don't reduce this to a future goal. Be present in the moment. You know what I mean? I've done this a lot of times. I've projected my happiness into the future. If I don't make it to this point, I'm not going to be happy, or when I'm at this weight, I'll be happy. Be in the present, because all we have in life is the present moment. The past and the future is non-existent. We are always in the present. When you're 100 years old, you're going to be in the present. Just as right now, you're going to be in the present. Just as when you were 5 years old, you were in the present. So, let me get into this last part. How to stop creating time. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life, whereas before you dealt in time and paid brief visits to the now. Have your dwelling place in the now and pay brief visits to the past and future when required to deal with the practical aspect of your life situation. Surrender to what is, say yes to life, and see how life suddenly starts working for you rather than against you. So, I want you guys, if you watch all the way in this video, I greatly appreciate you, but you have homework to do. What I want you to do is for the rest of the day, I want you to, in your mind, be an observer of your mind. Notice whether your thoughts are projecting you into the future or you are reminiscing on the past. And when you notice you are in the future or in the past, bring yourself back into the present moment. Become aware of everything around you. Because as I said, the present is all that you have. And you suffer when you are not in the present moment. So when fasting, become present. Become aware of everything. Like I said, I've felt waves of discomfort, waves of everything. Let that come through you. Be present with it in the moment, and it will pass. So I hope this helped you guys. This is Fasting Philosophy. My name is Justin. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this was helpful, leave down in the comment section that it helped you out, because I would greatly appreciate to know if this helped you out. So anyway, like I said, my name is Justin, Fasting Philosophy. Catch you in the next video. Until then, stay fasted, my friends. Peace.